Let's go. Here we go. There's Sean.
You guys hear me?
Yep. That sounds good. That sounds pretty good. There we go. Oh, we're live. We got Sean back. I'm going to get us out on the radio and play some intro music. Here we go. Now it's official. Now it's a radio show. Angela's dancing. We got music. We got Sean Day in the house. We got Angela Schroeder in the house. We got yours truly, Dan Plata, Home Service CFO, coming at you with a little bit of home service happy hour right here on Turf's Up Radio. Angela's drinking red beer because she doesn't want to get drunk, even though we uncovered that that was a weird thing for me to say. She's drinking red beer because she doesn't want to get drunk. The alternative was an IPA. That I should have because if the alternative was water, then people would be like, well, why is she drinking a beer at all? I got to open a beer. I got two beers. Myself. Yeah. I got two Busch Lights here. I had some IPAs in the fridge too, and I was like, I'm on Central Time. You guys are both. It's 4 o'clock where you are. It's only 3 o'clock where I am. So I'm like, I got to take her easy here for a little bit. That said, it is. What do you got over there, Sean? You got
little Browns cup.
Go Browns, man.
Straight from the Pittsburgh.
It is one of my favorite parts of moving to the East Coast. I know that's weird, but that your show is an hour later, so it's a little more appropriate happy hour time for me drinking.
That's perfect. That is perfect. I do. This is like my last work thing of the day because usually at 4 o'clock hits and then it's like I got to run around and do stuff. So I jump back on later and work. But it's a good a beer or two is a good Wednesday thing for me. Now, we were talking before we jumped on here live. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving is like the biggest party day, which I assume that's why there's only the three of us on the show here today because everybody else is just out partying already. It's got to be what it is. But I had this conversation with somebody earlier today too about that, and I realized I just don't. And it's like a function of having kids and having businesses and all that. I used to like go home for Thanksgiving to my parents' place. And then Angela, you and I were talking about this earlier. You like reminisce and get back together with your high school friends or your college friends or wherever you came from. And now my Wednesday partying is like, yeah, I might have an extra cocktail sitting on the couch tonight, just one more than I normally would. Wednesday night, party night before Thanksgiving. I don't know. It's dumbed down for me. It's dumbed down for me quite a bit over the years, I think. So I don't know if that's wisdom or age or boredom. Maybe a little bit of both.
Well, sometimes party nights in. That's what we're doing, night in. But night in with fun cocktails, charcuterie board.
There you go. What constitutes a fun cocktail for Angela Schroeder? What's on the list?
Well, we like cucumber. I think in our travels we somewhere discovered cucumber, lime, jalapeno drinks.
Ooh.
Diggity.
We don't ever make them at home, but like out, it would be a fun drink. So we got stuff to make that.
How do you get the jalapeno in there without making it really intense? Like, how do you infuse that?
So the other ones you muddle. The jalapeno, it's enough to just slice and drop in. If you muddle a jalapeno, then
you get a lot of
bam. More spicy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
Little muddler.
I would muddle it and then bitch about my cocktail being really spicy for a while. Seems like that would be the play I would take.
That's why I always went with vodka on the rocks. There's just, unless the ice is really goofy water or something like that, there's just no mistake in vodka on the rocks. Little lime.
I don't know. Every time I hung out with you back in your drinking days, it was vodka cranberries.
I did that so I didn't look like quite the drunk, you put a little cranberry in there and it's not straight vodka.
Yeah,
I'm having the bucket,
I'm having fruit juice with it. It's fine.
I mean, it'd be nothing for me to tell a bartender, just a splash of cranberry, man, just a splash.
That is true. I have heard you say that in the past as well. Yeah. Don't cranberry down my vodka with a bunch of cranberry juice. It's not a cranberry vodka. It's a vodka cranberry.
It is.
Right order.
Yeah.
Right order.
Yep. Don't be shy.
Yeah. What the hell else were we talking about before we jumped on live? there's another thing we were talking about, and I was going to bring it back up.
All revolving around drinking, of course. Today being a big party day, and we're drinking of choice, and a drinking break.
That's right. That's right. Because I was thinking like I need. So I'm gonna go this way with this one first. Like when you're gonna go on vacation, until you like really scale your business, when you're going to go on vacation, it just means you have way more work before you go on vacation and then way more work after you get back. It's not like the work disappears, it's just work displacement. And so I usually take a drinking break. Not usually. I did last year, and I'm going to do it again this year from like the Sunday after Thanksgiving through somewhere around like December 22nd, 23rd. Kind of a month-long stretch in there. Just no alcohol for me. As y'all know, I have plenty the rest of the year. And even in like the weeks leading up to this, I literally like my thought process has been, I'll throw down a couple extra beers or a couple extra cocktails because I'm about to go a month without them. And then ice fishing starts, and I sure as hell get caught right back up on the month that I missed. Like it's not like the drinking didn't happen. It just happens before and after is what I realize. And I want to like address this because I see, and it's I don't know if Facebook is targeting me because Facebook thinks I'm a drunk. Like I get so many things where it's like you trying to stop drinking, and I'm just so annoyed by people like beating their chest for stopping drinking, and it just drives me nuts. Like Sean stopped drinking. He doesn't beat his chest about it at all. It was more, I think for Sean it was more of like a health thing, right? It was just like doctor's order thing. Yep. But I feel like there's a lot of people that like go sober and they like try to guilt trip people that drink. And so like my natural reaction as a contrarian is like, fuck you, I'm gonna drink twice as much. Like that, I take that as a challenge. Like I'll just drink a whole case of beer. I don't need any help with this. But so I'm not drinking. Like I don't take a month off as like a sobriety thing. But I do find it interesting to verify that I'm not an alcoholic, because I don't have the tendencies. I do drink a lot. I'm not saying I don't drink a lot. I drink a lot and I enjoy it, but I don't think I have a problem. Like I don't have the tendencies where I wake up and I need a drink. But I do enjoy having like a drink once I'm done working or once the family stuff is done and whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a bad thing. And it gets like villainized nowadays, and I hate it. It's stupid. It's like, yeah, if you can't handle it, then don't drink. But there's plenty of us that can. And so don't like villainize people that can. We're not bad humans. We just know how to have a good time and we know our limits. So anyway, that stuff bugs me. But so I don't take a month off of drinking for any other reason besides I'm just going to drink so much before and after that it's kind of it's like a double check. And last year I did find so I don't know what this says about it. And I think I talked about it on the show too. I took a month off last year and I felt no different. I didn't sleep better. I didn't eat better. I didn't lose any weight, to the point where I was like, man, I think my body just like, it just feeds on shitty light beer like that. It's just a thing that it requires. And if I don't have it, I didn't feel worse, but so many people are like, oh, I stopped drinking and I have so much better mental clarity and I feel my healthy and I lost weight. And I'm just like, none of that stuff. I didn't get any of that stuff. I don't know. Like, I think there's maybe just like a level that I play at where light beer has zero impact on me. Now if I was throwing straight
to support it in your life too.
Yeah. Like if I was throwing straight scotches back, yeah, I would have a problem. I'd be on the floor a lot, and I think stopping doing that, I would sleep better and I would be healthier. But I thought that was really weird. Like last year, like a whole month, and I was just like, I didn't notice anything. Nothing. That said, I also got a vasectomy, and so I was kind of like down and out and couldn't work out for like a week or two. And usually I work out every single day. Like I got to work out in today. And Kalfas has me doing 100 push-ups a day now. And so like I'm growing a set of boobs. It feels like I don't know what growing a set of boobs feels like, but doing 100 push-ups a day for me feels like I'm growing a pair of boobs. I don't know what it feels like, but this is what I assume it feels like. If you were just to start growing a pair of boobs, I'm doing it. Like when I walk, I can feel them moving around. I don't know. I've never like they're just.
Can I just interject something very quickly as an observer here?
Yeah, I'd like to hear it.
anybody that didn't know who you were and just for the first time pop this up to watch this would absolutely think you're an alcoholic. Just from going from I'm not an alcoholic, but I got to test myself. I only drink light beer, but if I drink scotch, I'd be on my ass. And by the way, this vasectomy that I had is just making me grow boobs when I'm doing push-ups.
Yeah,
this Calvin's character's making it's just like
I'm covering a lot of ground.
You're covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time. That's
we got other shit to talk about. We got to get through this.
Yeah,
but so part of the reason last year where this like month, I think health wise didn't like benefit me at all is like I also had to stop working out. So it was kind of a double negative. I took drinking away, but I also had to kind of stop working out for a period of time. So I think I missed the benefits of maybe dropping a few pounds. This year I'm hoping to 5 pounds. If I can just drop like an ass cheeks worth of weight. That's what I'm going for. Well, because I'm putting it on my boobs is what I'm doing. That's where it's going with these push-ups.
It is an interesting thing. I've done it a couple times. Last year, I did it. The year before, did it for about a month as well. Just because I wanted to see. I didn't want to prove that I was an alcoholic. I mean, maybe that went through my mind, but
it's like
curiosity. Like, I don't need to have a drink after work, but because of everyone, like, oh, I feel so much better. I'm like, do I not? I think I feel great. Would I feel different than great?
Yeah.
And same thing, didn't notice. And I thought, okay, yes, I'm going to do this surely there are calories and all the stuff that I'm drinking. And maybe this will be a crazy thing. And nothing happened either time. I was still working out, did not lose any weight. And I did not, I don't feel like I slept any better. I don't feel like
I don't know.
Anything changed.
Maybe that's just the thing.
But you're right. We're not drinking. I'm not drinking like 10 bourbon.
Now, I will say this, and I'm not trying to compliment you at all. You don't have a whole lot of weight to lose, Angela. So I like if you lost a pound, like that would be a higher percentage. I got me a little bit of going on around here on the waist here. I probably got a little double chin I'm working on. Not too bad. But we'll see. I'll keep everybody posted on my fitness throughout the winter here. It also helps. My wife has been like really not cautious. She's been very intentional about her diet and her workout plan and stuff like that. And as she goes, it's easier for me to go, especially like if she's already making something I'm not a picky eater. If she's making something good and it's healthy, like sign me up for that. I don't want to have to cook two different things. Whatever you're making, make enough for me too. And so it tends to be that when she's very health conscious, it's way easier for me to be health conscious. So I expect with her being a little more intentional about it. Now I think last year when we did it, she was still on like maternity leave and was like, well, I'm breastfeeding, so I got to be eating more and got to feed this kid. Right. And so naturally I was like, well, I should probably eat more too then. Like, it's not really like sympathy anymore, but for consistency or something, I don't know what it is. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to it.
So when I was on Angela's show, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, one of the things that you tend to ask your guest, I think, is what are you going to do to get out of your comfort zone or something like that, right?
Get uncomfortable.
Yeah, get uncomfortable. So I need a knee replacement in one of my knees and probably down the road in the other knee. So
you've been in your discomfort zone.
Yeah, well, that's my excuse zone. So naturally, I gained 20 pounds because I stopped going to the gym. I can't, you can't do anything when you have a knee problem, right? You can't punch a bag. You can't do anything, right? You can't do push-ups.
You got to get knee hurts. You can do push-ups. You can do push-ups.
Exactly. So that was I was kind of like on the spot a little bit and really didn't have anything because I never planned to get uncomfortable. I just lived my life pretty uncomfortably and try to do things that
I stay in my uncomfortable zone.
I'm a derelict. I've got a lot of behavioral defects, so I have to really jump over fences to do the right thing a lot of times. That's just me. So like, I've been thinking of going to the gym for like, I don't know, a year or something like that. So the week after that show, I started going to the gym. I've lost about 7 pounds, and that was only about a month ago or so. So I'm going 3 or 4 times. I can't run on that damn thing, but I incline it like this, man,
You
and
walk
that
the
does the
shit out
trick.
of that thing.
I
Yeah.
do.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, way to go, man. When are you
Yeah.
gonna get when are you gonna get the knees done?
Man, my wife says just get it done. And then like all the doctors tell me you're too young to get it done because it only lasts about 10, 12 years.
Okay.
And so then you're going to have to get another one. You can't, after that, you're screwed. So really a higher risk with infections and stuff like that. So I'm looking at a couple different things that are not quite FDA approved. So I'm thinking maybe 3 years. There's some things coming out that'll act like cartilage where you don't have to get a knee replacement. But I'm gonna wait a little bit to get the bugs out of that and see how many people might lose a leg or a limb or
Yeah. You
like
don't want to be an early adopter to that
No.
necessarily.
Yep. That's it though. We'll make it happen. Something's gonna happen.
Something's got to happen.
I feel better. Losing a little bit of weight helps.
Dude, I think the problem with me doing push-ups, like I am not an upper body strength sort of dude. I mean, I some squat some stuff all day, but upper body, you know how they like to make fun of dudes that skip leg day?
Yeah.
Like that's like a joke. Well, they just haven't gotten to the dudes that skipped arm day. I was the dude that skipped arm day. I do the squats and the calf raises and the leg curls and all that stuff, but I'd be like, ooh, bench press, gross, man. I'm out of here. Like bench press could kill you. If you can't lift it, you're dead. Can't lift it, you're dead. The most embarrassing time I ever had lifting weights, I was lifting in the college gym, and this cute girl like walked by, and I was trying to go for more reps, so I didn't even have that much weight on. And she happened to walk by. I think I was going for like 15, and she walked by when I was at like 13. And my buddy who was spotting for me got distracted by her as well. So we both got distracted, and the bar ended up on my chest. And I'm like sitting there squirming, like, oh God, and it's like there's like a plate on each side. And I'm just like, oh God, Larry, help. And he's like, what? Because he's staring at her butt. And so it was a wreck. It was freaking embarrassing. So I skip arm day because stuff like that happens during arm day. But then Keith texted me the other day, and he's like, hey man, 100 push-ups a day, you in? And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. The last time like Angela was like, hey, you should do a workout snack. And we did one when I think it was on your show. We did it, Angela. And like on a commercial break for like 2 minutes, some push-ups and some sit-ups. And I was sore for like a week after that. So
is this 100 push-ups in a row?
No, it's just 100 push-ups in a day.
All right.
I can bang out 20 push-ups like pretty good, but I'm not gonna go like I can do 30 if I'm not in the shape that I'm in right now. But part of the problem was when you're a little on your higher spectrum of your weight range, the push-ups harder, right? You're lifting more. So I'm like actually lifting more weight right now, which it's kind of badass. But man, I think whenever you like start working out again, how like day 1 it's hard, day 2 you're pretty sore, and day 3 you're just like, geez, I can't move a thing, and then you kind of get over the hump. I'm on day 3 right now. I have the 100 push-ups done for the day, and like I said, it just feels like I'm growing a pair of boobs because whenever I do a chest workout like that, the muscles are like torn and loose, and so over lunch, I was doing my like T25, like beach body bounce around type of workout.
Oh, I love T25.
The whole time I'm so conscious of like my muscles just like jiggling. And I was like, this must be what it's like. And I just like had one of those thoughts where you laugh out loud to yourself and you're like, oh, I'm that weirdo that's like smiling or laughing out loud to themselves. And everybody else is like, what is wrong with them? But I was by myself, so it was cool. But yeah, that's the life I'm living right now. My muscles are... My pecs.
I forgot about the fitness snacks. I should do those.
I told my wife about them. It's a great idea. Fitness.
What is it?
So somebody, a mentor of mine told me, and I was really into it when Dan was on my show, about the benefits of doing fitness snacks. And it's 5 or 6 times a day, 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds. You just go all out. and the benefits on like your metabolism, endorphins, when you just spread it out throughout the day. So you just like sometime throughout the day or set your timer and it goes off and you just start doing, you know, you can nail out some of your push-ups in each one of those push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, burpees, whatever. And then 60 seconds and you're back at it. And it just like changes your mental state because of the endorphins and then gets your metabolism kicked in again.
I like it. I like it. I work in the basement of my house. So every time I have to come upstairs to go to the bathroom or get something to eat or get more water, I have to go back down the stairs. And every time I do 10 sit-ups when I go downstairs. So I've been doing that a little bit too. Yeah.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah. And as you get older, you do a hell of a lot more drinking of water and pissing. Then you have to do a lot more sit-ups. So it's working really well for me.
Good strategy. When Keith said 100 push-ups, I was like, that's going to suck, but I can do it. Like, I know I'll be able to get 100 push-ups done in a day, even if I like have to do one at a time. I didn't know. It's like, I knew I could do 20 in a set and probably like a couple sets of those. I'm actually surprised that even like when I'm doing the 90th one, I'm kind of just like, I'm just repping them out. Today was a little bit tougher doing like the last 20 just because I'm just so damn sore. But like I said, I think I'm on the crest of that, but it has got me. It reminded me about the fitness snacks. And I was like, man, if just in 5 times a day when I'm doing these 20 push-ups, it really wouldn't be that hard to like 20 push-ups, 20 lunges, 20 just air squats, and then like 20 crunches. And I'd probably be done in a minute or two. And if I did that 5 times a day, I'd probably be pretty fucking jacked. And it really wouldn't be that, not like, I'm not trying to like get jacked, but I'm like, that wouldn't be hard to do. And so now that, and part of it's just getting in the habit of it, but now that I got these 100 push-ups a day to do, I'm kind of like, I might as well throw in like 100 crunches and 100 squats and 100 lunges, like just into that. You need zero equipment, zero. I still need to like get outside and do me some cardio or something like that. Like I enjoy the process of running around, even though it's making my knees kind of like Sean's. So I'll still probably do some of that stuff. But hell, when I get back on my 30 extra schmedium plan, probably this spring, I'll be able to drink like 17 beers a day then with all that working out. I don't want to wither away. I'm gonna need calories.
Wither away, man.
There you go. You would wither away.
I'm gonna need calories.
On that note, do you need to take a commercial break?
Yeah. I was thinking so. Do it.
Yeah, about 15 minutes ago.
Reminder.
I gotta play some music now. Then we can take a commercial break. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to my crappy drinking and workout rant. We'll be right back with a little more home service happy hour right here on Turfs Up Radio. Don't go nowhere.
Creating art from darkness. For over 20 years, Cast Lighting has designed and manufactured the world's most durable, energy-efficient, and technically advanced landscape lighting products available at astonishingly affordable prices. Cast offers an all-encompassing line of products with everything you need to get the job done. Cast Landscape, their most durable product, is best-in-class, low-voltage landscape lighting made of solid bronze with integrated and drop-in LED technology. These fixtures are built to endure the most demanding environments. Source Lighting, a new division by Cast, is your source for professional grand landscape lighting made of durable brass, offering both integrated and drop-in LED technology, and backed by Cast, the world's most durable outdoor lighting. Cast Lighting gives you innovative, state-of-the-art, old-world craftsmanship with tomorrow's technology. Visit their website at cast-lighting.com today. That's cast-lighting.com.
From the East Coast to the West Coast and around the world, no one rocks like Turfs Up Radio. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Crest is leading the transition from gas-powered lawn equipment for professional operations with the introduction of the industry's first truly game-changing innovation in battery-powered OPE. With the Crest 8-minute cyber system, professional landscapers can now replace their messy gas-powered equipment without sacrificing performance, power, or runtime. The 8-minute cyber system allows for Crest-made 60-volt batteries to fully charge in 8 minutes or less, just enough time for a water break. Complemented by a full line of equipment benchmarked against gas-powered products, landscapers can finally take charge of their business and make the switch to battery. For more information, visit Crest.com. Visit Crest.com. Having issues with your maintenance schedule? Want better routing and ability to track your vehicles when they leave the shop? Do you want to reduce your liability exposure with your vehicles that are moving billboards on the road? GPS Fleet Consulting uses cloud-based dashcam monitoring and can easily track your vehicle maintenance using real odometer readings. GPS Fleet Consulting can also assist you with live phone support and email support with guaranteed same-day responses. Yes, same-day responses. Stop wondering where your trucks are and start managing your fleet with GPS Fleet Management Systems. For more information, visit gpsfleetconsulting.com. That's gpsfleetconsulting.com.
What's up, home service homies? We're back with a little more home service happy hour right here on Turfs Up Radio. We got JC, I never do legs, and it shows Chanowski in the house.
Yo! And we got Mini Me here, filling in for Angela.
Mini-Me's in the house. What's happening? Which Mini-Me is that? You have two Mini-Me's, don't you?
Annika.
Annika's in the house. What's up, Annika? Welcome to the show.
Where's your beer?
We're talking. Yeah, you got to get a beer. Now you don't need a beer. You don't need beer.
You sure?
Then Sean needs somebody to not have a beer with him. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, girls. We got sidetracked for 20 minutes, which is typical. But what we really wanted to do today is just do a little. It's not like a time for an annual recap. We can do that at the turn of the new year, but it is Thanksgiving week, and what better time to talk about stuff we're thankful for in our business, in our family lives, in whatever else we got going on. Sean, I think it was actually like 2 years ago when you and I did it on this show for no other reason than like we had a panel of people and then nobody else could show up. And I was like, Sean, can you possibly come in here so I don't need to monologue for an hour? And let's just talk about stuff we were thankful for. And that, like, I do this every once in a while where I just got to admit to the audience, like, I just don't care about what you guys want to hear. Like, I just care about what I want to talk about. And so I enjoy just talking about stuff I'm thankful for. And so that episode to me was like one of my favorite episodes we ever did. It was just a cool time to reflect and talk about the stuff we're thankful for. And so I feel like it's a little bit of a tradition, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, before we all go out to party, or I mean, before we go in and stay in and party because we're all old, that we just talk about some stuff we're thankful for. And I get to start because it's my show and I'm the one that's talking, and you guys can interrupt me whenever you want. But I will say I'm thankful for being back on Turfs Up Radio. I had a little hiatus. I had the old book, and that's a thing I'm super thankful for, is just these transitions I've had in my life. But what a cool opportunity to come back to the Turfs Up family. They saved me a spot. They literally saved me a spot to come back and do my stupid talking at you guys thing in the afternoons for home service happy hour. So super thankful to Darren, super thankful to Russ, the whole Turfs Up family. Angela jumping in and having her show and all that, and obviously being the steadfast guest that she is on this show. It's just so cool to like have the community, have the family right here hanging out, talking business. So super thankful for that. It makes my Wednesday afternoon. And again, I really just don't care about what the hell you guys want. I'm just happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I'm here. And if you guys want to join, cool. But I'm thankful. I hope you guys are too.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm thankful for letting you have us, or having us on today, and to be able to share this day before Thanksgiving, to be thankful. And what I just want to know, what did they fill your void with while you were gone? Was it elevator music or just Dan replays?
I hope it was elevator music. I have no idea, but I just hope it was. I hope it was just this on repeat right here. Ready? It was an hour of. Everybody's
waiting for you to come back. Like, what's going on?
Like, oh, he's on a commercial break. Oh,
in retrospect, I don't know why I didn't just ask to just take over the slot and just do some takeover stuff like you did for me. That would have been funny.
That would have been good.
Yeah, you should have. I still think there's a time where you're not going to be able to do your show, and I'm going to invest in a wig, like a dark brown, blackish hair wig, and throw some lipstick on, and I'm going 100% Angela takeover. And I'm gonna fly JC up here to sit alongside me. Like we're gonna go all in, or I'm gonna fly down there. I'm gonna put ice packs on my camera, and we're going.
There's ice packs on the camera.
Yep. I'm going all in. Angela takeover, full on.
Did you post my comment about her hair while I was driving? Because I didn't hear it, so I'm thankful that you didn't.
No. Can I share it now?
Comment about my hair.
Ready?
What is the comment? He was driving and just got here.
Are you gonna read it? You kind of stopped reading it. I was letting you read it.
I'm not sure about that.
It's not a bad thing. It's kind of hot.
Is that the mom in the Addams Family?
I did just come from hair appointment, and my hair is never like parted like this and straight, and so it is.
That's the first thing I thought. I wanted to put like the black and white version on my phone, like while I was driving.
Oh yeah.
Sam.
Who's the actress that plays her on like the new one on Netflix on Wednesday on that show? Catherine Zeta-Jones. I think it's Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I see that. I see that, Angela. Way to rock the Addams Family hair. Whatever. I don't.
Well, I would go next.
Is it Morticia?
Yeah.
How the hell do you even say that name? Is it Morticia? I've never watched
yeah.
Addams Family. I just know. I can picture it.
Oh, what a classic!
Now I have the song in my head though.
Yeah.
My daughter, my daughter's 7 years old, and at school, like some of her friends were like, "Oh, you got to watch Wednesday," and so like my wife and I turned it on for a minute, and we're just like, "Fuck no, you can't watch this." Like that show is not made for kids in elementary school.
No. It's definitely
Yeah, Trailer Park next. Trailer Park Boys next.
Yeah. I mean, like I would probably prefer them watching that. I could watch that with them, and I'd have a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Well, now we covered it.
Back away from hair. I'll go next on Grateful. So I'm going to piggyback off of all of you all, and so grateful for Turfs Up Radio. First, grateful for you, Dan. I do say it often, but you having me on your show, like it was just a little over a year ago, and my show.
Actually, it was probably about this time last year because we met in October at James' event. And by the time we got like squared away on a show and whatever else, it's probably like last November-ish that we started.
Then I joined your show, and then it was about this time around Thanksgiving that Turfs Up gave me my own show. So thank you, Darren and Russell. And
you've been doing a show for a year. You've been doing a show for a year.
Have been.
That's crazy how fast it goes. It's bonkers.
But it did literally change the complete trajectory of my entire life. So like almost all of the people in my life that I know and everything about my business, like wasn't. I had met you a year ago, but that's it. And then the opportunities that being on your show and then having my own show on Turfs Up and speaking and traveling led to so many incredible relationships, people speaking at Clippa, meeting JC.
That's me. Doesn't say my name up there. I'm a Schroeder. That's Angela and I'm Schroeder.
He should switch seats at least.
Yeah.
I should have changed it at break. But now I've moved across the country and like so many things are. We do. And now all of us do all kinds of great business things together. I was just at in Arizona with Michael. So just like my entire life has changed from gratitude to you, Dan, and Turfs Up Radio.
Booyah. I'll take 100% credit. That's all I can do. That's the least I could do. My buddy James Dunley used to say, it's the least I can do. And I always do the least that I can. And I just always thought that was so brilliant. So and I just pretend I came up with it and I didn't hear it from him. No, it's been a hell of a year been a hell of a year.
It has been.
Yeah. I am super pumped. It's coming to fruition now. And Sean hopefully can make it too. Ice fishing in February. I was on a call with Michael earlier. Sean, he and I were looking at that nerdy spreadsheet that he showed us the other day, and I was like, hey, come on, like you can't just flash a sweet ass spreadsheet on a screen for like 2 minutes and then be like, that's it, that's all I got. So like he and I spent a half an hour nerding out on his cool ass spreadsheet. But I was like, yo, man, like you're coming ice fishing. If you need me to like buy you and your wife, because the challenge is you guys kind of like all need to fly here on Valentine's Day, which for JC and Angela, that's fine. For everybody else, it's like, yeah, I'm ruining your Valentine's night. But I'm really actually probably saving you like a whole bunch of money because you can go out to dinner like on a different day and it'll save you a couple hours of waiting in line and you'll probably get better service and just all the things that go along with it. So you're welcome. And then I'll take you ice fishing. But I think we got like 10, somewhere between 10 and 15 people, depending on who all confirmed.
Nice.
So I'm pretty pumped about that. Now here's the thing, Angela, you're going to be the only girl, as far as I know. And so my game plan is, and I'm just thinking this out loud right away. I think you guys will stay in my fish house. I can sleep 4 people in my fish house, but there's like a bottom bunk that's meant for 2 people to sleep on. And it's always weird when there's 2 dudes sleeping on it together, which like it's been done every year that we've done this. It's just what happens. But in this case, like you guys can sleep on it and then I don't have to feel bad about making
it work out.
Yeah, it'll work out fine. And then I'm going to sleep above you. And when the rattle reel goes off, I'm just be like, Angela, get it. Like, get it. all night long, these rattle reels go off. And if you're the one on the lower bed, like you have to keep getting up and getting them. And the person on the top might hear it, but the person on the top, like in the dark, it's a pain in the ass getting down. So the person on the top, their only job is to yell and wake up everybody that's on the lower bunks.
Oh.
You guys gotta get it.
Wait, is the bunk like? Is the rattle reel going to be on the left or the right of the bunk? Because
and they're all over the floor, right? So like the bed that you guys would be on is in the back of the fish house. So somebody would be against the wall and somebody would be on the outside closest to all the rattle reels. So now if you were like, hey, I just want to keep sleeping, you could go closer to the wall, but then you sometimes land in the crevice where like the cushions separate and then you're like sleeping out like half on the table, half in a hole. Like, so which is where Marty usually sleeps. She usually opts for that versus being the one on the edge who ends up getting up to get the rattle reels. That is for you guys to decide. I just decided for you that you're going to sleep on that bed and you guys will have to decide who's on the inside. You might even
called out that it was going to be me, which I think is like, I always say that you're like a brother, Dan. And I was like, that's such a brother move. Angela, you're going to get up.
So what Dan's saying is, I'm going to sleep good. I'm going to sleep good, and you'll be up all night getting fish.
I wouldn't say. I honestly wouldn't say you're going to sleep good. Everybody's waking up. Everybody's going to wake up. You're probably going to have to be the sous chef. Angela's going to be like, hey, JC, I got another one. Get me the pliers. Or can you get me another minnow? Like, you're just going to end up, it's going to be a team effort. You're just both going to be in it. I don't know who will be in the front bunk, but when you guys are spent, then you'll just delegate to the front bunk. You'd be like, hey, person in the front bunk, the rattle reel by you's going off. We're not getting up.
Here's the line.
It has happened.
That sounds like Jonathan Maynard's spot to me.
It could be no, he's too tall for that. The person in the front bunk has to be 5'10" or shorter. It's short. Like I'm the tallest person that could be in that bed. It might be me. If Maynard was in there, I'd have to put Maynard on the top bunk above you guys, and then I would be in the front because you can't put a guy that's that's around 6 feet. They'll be sleeping with their knees up. They're just all goofy. Now the cool thing about the front bunk is like if one of those rattle reels goes off, you don't even need to get out of bed. Multiple fish have been caught because you just like lean over and the holes are right there. You just like can't look right there. It's cool. It's cool. Anyway, I digress. Sean, what's like
the average per night once you pass out that reel is gonna be going off? Just so I can get like mentally prepared for this.
It's a lot more than an orange beer.
Yeah, we're gonna answer this one, then we'll take a commercial break. We might hit some more ice fishing talk. We'll definitely hit some more thankfulness talk, but it's very dependent on the moon phase. And I'm not saying like, oh, there's all this debate in like the outdoorsy space about do animals react different to different moon phases? Like, is there moon phases that cause more activity or less activity? I don't think it drives the activity, but it does drive the time when the activity happens. I have noticed, and I'll talk about the fish in a second, but like I deer hunt a lot. When it's a full moon at night, the deer can see better at night. Their amount of activity in a 24-hour period is the same. They got to get up, they got to eat, they got to sleep. Well, they don't really sleep. They got to eat, they got to not die. That's kind of their thing. And if it's this time of year, they got to mate too. But if it's a full moon at night, they can definitely see better at night. And there's just more movement at night than there is during the day. They move the same amount. They just do it more at night because they can. Fishing is a little bit the same way. When it's a full moon, you'll have a little bit slower bite all day. But at night, like we're fishing for walleyes, which are known to eat in the dark. Like their eyes are super cool in the dark. They're very reflective. And so they're a big time night predator. Northerns won't usually eat at night. Bass won't usually eat at night. There's a lot of fish that like don't feed at night. Walleyes, like people sometimes will wait till it's dark to go out walleye fishing because they just are like the predator that eats at night. And so we'll get a few rattle reels every night, but if it's a full moon, you might get 10 to 15 minutes of sleep increments before the next one goes off. And it just depends on how good the bite is, right? Which is weather dependent, which is pressure dependent and all those sorts of shit. It's happened many a time where like by 1 a.m. we're just like, no, fuck this, pull them up. We're not keeping them down. And half the time it's like, well, this one tangled that one and we had to cut this line. And then that one got wrapped up in that one. We're going to deal with it in the morning and we're just going to all sleep with it. So we'll play it by ear, but it's kind of fun. Like when you have one of those nights where you catch like 10 fish and you're just like, I'd say it's really memorable, except for you're tired and kind of probably still a little bit drunk. So it's not that memorable. But it's cool. All right. Let's, that said, we got to hit another commercial break. Everybody come on back. We'll wrap up, with a little more thankfulness on the Thanksgiving episode. We got to hear what Sean's thankful for. And I'm thankful for you guys, even though I told you I don't care what you think. I do a little bit, you know. We'll be back with a little more Turfs Up, a little more home service happy hour on Turfs Up Radio is what a guy would try to say if he was a show host. Let's do it.
True Fuel is a high-octane fuel precision engineered for your 2- and 4-cycle equipment. They use the most advanced synthetic lubricants and stabilizers in an ethanol-free fuel, improving performance, protecting your equipment, and saving you time. That means easier startups, smoother idling, and quicker trigger response, plus extended life for all of your equipment. True Fuel is ready to use and easy to store, helping your operations be more efficient and reducing maintenance costs. We at Turfs Up use True Fuel because we know it works and we know it's the best option. Check out TrueFuel50.com to learn more. That's TRUFUEL50.com.
You're listening to Turfs Up Radio, the only radio station of its kind dedicated to the green industry. Now you can even ask Alexa to tune you in when you're home.
Are outdated spreadsheets and whiteboard scheduling costing you jobs? Or is a lack of consistency between crews causing your bids to differ from job to job? Or worse, delaying critical invoices and payments? Crew Control offers all-in-one business management solutions fit for every trade. From bidding and scheduling to invoicing and integrating payments, Crew Control provides real-time visibility into your crew's efficiency, whether you're in the field, in the office, or even on vacation. Manage your crews more effectively and improve business performance with Crew Control. Start your free trial today at crewcontrol.com.
From the East Coast to the West Coast and around the world, here's to all the women in the green industry. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
That was a smooth transition. Bless you, Sean. Bless you. We got Sean seasoning microphones. We got JC coming in off mute and just yapping it up during the commercial break. I don't think he even realizes he did it. I don't think he even knows. I think when you guys jumped off and you jumped back on, it like unmuted you, and then I had to mute you. Good thing I'm such a good show host. So I was just on it after like 5 seconds of being like, "What's that noise?"
It's us.
I got it. Yeah, I eventually got it. I mean, usually it's me. The last time we did the show, I literally muted myself and nobody could hear the commercials. So we set a low bar around here as far as show professionalism goes. Not all of Turfs Up Radio, just my show. It's kind of my shtick. It's like my gimmick. Every show has like a gimmick. My gimmick is terrible hosting. So enjoy, everybody. Cole Sycophus checking in. He's a man. He did say, Sean Day, we're going to see those Amish gals dragging their ice house out by horse. A couple of years ago, I was up fishing with Sean on Lake Erie, and Cole drove up, and we were out fishing, and we got blown off the lake, but we blew in a way that it made sense for us to keep our lines in the water. So I think we caught like 5 walleyes while we were surfing 5-foot waves on Lake Erie in my 16.5-foot boat. We had no business being out there, but we gave her hell. And as we were coming around the break wall, a smaller, crappier boat than ours was putting out with 2 Amish gals in it. And they just went for it. And they were out, and we were sitting on shore. We landed our boat. We were sitting around drinking a beer, just standing in the parking lot. And we're all kind of like, we're talking about these Amish gals. Like, man, I can't believe they went out there. They're probably dead by now. The next time we're going to see anything about those gals is on the evening news. Like, they washed up on shore. And we look out there, and there's like a hole in the break wall, like kind of takes up the horizon, but you can see the hole in where you would like drive your boat out onto the big lake. And this boat way out there just goes bobbing through this opening. I mean, they're like, I don't know, half mile out there in these like 5-foot waves, and they're just out there fishing as if like everything is normal, that you would take a 15-foot little rickety aluminum boat out in 6.5-foot waves.
Hey man, when you don't have a TV, what the hell you gonna do?
That's right. Amish people don't gamble. That's how they do it, right? They need that thrill of losing everything.
Yeah.
So they just bet their lives, out to Lake Erie. There we go. I had to open a beer. Sean, thankfulness. What you got? What you got going on there? What are you feeling?
Let's stay on the platter thing. I mean, we've been hanging out now for about 8 years, something like that. If I look back at the number of things that we've
Dude,
gone
it's been it is. It's like 8
years.
I think it's just over 7 years. But man, that has, I don't know how, I don't know when. But
right. It's crazy. I remember kind of the first conversation I ever had with you. We were doing like a weekly leadership thing.
Did I come off like a drunk that was trying to claim you wasn't drunk?
Dude, you were like trying to just super pin me down, man. Like, it was the first time you're on the weekly shit. I've been doing crazy shit with Dalkey. I'm like busting thumbs when I'm supposed to be managing 85, cleaning technicians around the country, and then, put a training system together, and then all of a sudden collect $180,000 worth of, all that stuff. So like, I'm doing all that crazy stuff, and it's like you're on for the first time on the weekly leadership gig, and Dalkey's like playing this. He's like super pitting us against each other, and we're trying to put the business model together for the maid service businesses that we had at that time.
I mean, we had just bought them all. I mean,
like 3
months, we like wrangled them up, and it's like, all right, everybody go.
Sean, do something with this. That's pretty much what it was. There's 85 people you need to manage. Do something with this. So I'm going, okay, we need to make this simple, fast, quick, and get some shit going. You're like, we should clean everything. What do you mean we should only do weekly, and every other week we should do? And like, I'm going, okay, man, now let's look at it a different way. And I just kind of, go through a couple things, and Dalkey go like, Dan, it's your turn. And you'd be like, no, man, you got, and you'd quiet down, and he'd go, Sean, it's your turn. And that's the first kind of deal we were going. But I'll never forget, I think you called me, like literally called me on the phone, like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours after that. And you're like, dude, I go, I had some respect for you because I knew about you a little bit and this and that, but I got a lot of respect for you now because I just came in, coming from corporate thinking I could smack around a few people at this leadership thing with you guys. And you really put me in my place a few times and in a really, really, called me an asshole without calling me an asshole a couple times, and you do that really well. I mean, that was like the first kind of thing that we went back and forth with. And then, I mean, I just look back at all these things from, we went through COVID together. I mean, forget the buying and selling and what's going on, the crazy stuff Dalkey does and everything. But you get into like the COVID thing. And, we're wondering if anybody's going to have a job in a week or two. I remember the first time we heard about it, we were together at Debbie Sardone's event in Dallas, Texas.
It was just hand sanitizing the shit out of everything. We were like dumping hand sanitizer on our heads. We were like putting it in our armpits. We just didn't know what to do, but we just knew we needed more hand sanitizer.
And I had a horrible cold going down there, and
everybody looked at you like you had 10 eyeballs.
Yeah. It's like when you flew down there, you didn't hear the word COVID yet. It was like the next day you heard the word COVID. The NBA is thinking about closing down. All this stuff was going on. But I think back at the conversations, the really, really tough conversations you and I have had to have, and the really tough conversations we've had to have with employees and what we've done. There's just literally dozens and dozens of tough conversations when you're buying and selling and people got to go. Sometimes, it's not easy to do a lot of the things that we've had to do, let alone what's going on with the business. Then there were some things going on with, with business notes and things like that with me that you really had my back on. And there's just been this super cool growth. You've always treated me like an equal owner when I didn't own things, which was, the best of both worlds. Give me everything like I own it. And I don't, if you guys get sued, I'm fine, man. If somebody, I don't know the IRS anybody. I'm fine with that too, man. No problem. But all those things, I can go on and on and on and on and on. And it's just this whole adventure we're on right now with, hire, be chill, man. It's just something I can't imagine doing with somebody else. I mean, there's only a handful of people in the entire world outside of my family that I would, call a brother, dude. And you're one of them for sure. I mean, if I need
something, you're gonna make me cry pretty soon, Sean. You got to take it easy. I'm about to.
Hey, man, that's what life's all about.
Sean, you did way better at that. I'm like, thanks, Dan. Changed my life. All the rooftop moments. I failed to mention you did a way better job of going into that because I failed to mention those are the things. I mean, the adventure and the journey that we have all been on together, and people that aren't on the show this week. But I didn't talk about those. Yeah, like I'm most thankful for as a brother. Like Dan didn't know when he signed up to be my friend that he's like I will never forget all the moments that you're like, this isn't my skill set.
Yeah, but I'm happy to share my thoughts with you.
All of my literal bathroom floor, worst of my life moments that Dan's like,
bathroom floor.
I am happy to be here with you and help you figure this out.
Multiple times I've had to be like, I have no experience in this. I know nothing about it, but here we go. Let's talk about this stuff. I never shy away from getting into something I don't know anything about. Those are the fun things. No, Sean, I think that's it's mutual, obviously. But it was one of the things I'm super thankful for, and how all of this new stuff unwound is I don't think I could have like asked for anything else or any better situation to be put in, and just the opportunity to like buy the recruiting business. Like that I don't know a better solution for that sort of thing to happen. And as you said that, I probably took that for granted a little bit. I was so worried about trying to figure out the bookkeeping stuff and like how the hell, like how am I going to do this thing? And I got to leave this thing and go start a new thing. And that's like just starting anything new is obviously a lot and it's stressful and all that. But the opportunity to buy the recruiting business and just be able to continue everything we've worked so hard at is just a cool ass opportunity. And like I said, I probably took it for granted that it came to fruition because I had 78 other irons in different fires. But if before the unwind / rewind of our businesses happened, if you would have said like, what would be the ideal situation? And we're like, oh man, it'd be like cool to have a new bookkeeping thing that I can just kind of like do on my own and not have to lose the recruiting stuff that we've spent so much time building. And I mean, I just always think back to like walking around Vegas with you. And I would do that every day. If the rest of my life was just spent, it could be Vegas or anywhere. But if that was like a thing that happened every day, I'd be a happy man. Like that was just
that was a blast.
Just now we'd probably get really fucking sick of each other. We have the luxury of we live like 14 hours apart. It's long enough ways apart that therefore when we get together, like it's just all hugs and brotherly love. We'd probably get sick of each other if we saw each other every day. But yeah, man, it's wouldn't have it any other way. I'd say we got lucky, but I don't believe in luck, so it must have been something right.
Yep. I think everything just panned out the way it's supposed to pan out, like it always does. But it doesn't if you don't have people that have your back. And I remember Vox and Dalkey, and I've never told you that on a couple different things about where my loyalty is. And I have a lot of things I think I'm thankful for to Michael Dalkey. I've known him for almost 8 years or 9 years or something like that. And he's a great guy to me, always has been. But publicly, I'll say, I mean, my loyalty is to you, man, and that's all there is to it. And there's just been so much freaking fun. We met George Carlin over there in Las Vegas. And just that's a whole different show, though. But that was funny. But yeah, I mean, I have no problem walking away from stuff if it's not the right people, even if it means I'm going to have to sell used cars on the weekends and on holidays. I will survive. I'm not afraid to survive. That's no problem because I can do whatever I need to do. But man, to have an opportunity to do it with somebody you dig and consider a brother, I'm serious, man. That doesn't come along for a lot of people, and it has for us. So it's freaking cool.
It's hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat.
Yeah, it is.
I want to hit some family stuff here because one of the things that I find when we're in this small business thing is our ups and downs are so, I mean, we talk about all the time, like our ups and downs are just higher peaks and lower valleys, right? Like we just have this emotional roller coaster that we can't put down, right? We don't have a job. I mean, a lot of times we also have a job, but we also are the operator of the business. We're the owner, we're the operator, we're the CFO, we're the CEO, we're the janitor, we're everything. And our spouses and our significant others are so important in that. And it's so challenging to watch our lives impact them. And we're so, I run into this all the time, right? Like I know I'm running 1,000 miles an hour and half the time, way more than half the time, like Marty takes on 90% of the household duties. It feels like I can cook pretty damn well and I'm not afraid to clean. Ran some damn maid service businesses. I unfortunately, I know my way around some cleaning, y'all. I can clean the shit out of some shit to my detriment. Like then I get signed up to be the cleaning guy. But like she handles most of the stuff, right? Like the lifestyle that I lead weighs on her. And so to have a significant other and a spouse that will put, I mean, business owner is one thing. Then I'm a freaking redneck hunter fisher. I'm always outside, like screwing around. I can claim that I bring plenty of food back and there's some value in that. But at the end of the day, like I'm out having fun. And even when I go to shows, right? When I go to trade shows and stuff, like, yep, I'm working. Everybody knows I'm out drinking beer with my friends. And yeah, it's work, right? But like for Marty to be able to put up with me doing my thing and be supportive of it. And it's an unknown, right? It's a super unknown, especially when I said, hey, I think I either need to put up hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy blue skies. By the way, she makes like 3 times more money than I do. So I had to be like, hey, Marty, I think I'm going to spend all your money to buy the company that I run. And then be like, oh, no, that's actually not going to happen. how do you feel about me just starting something from the ground up with also with your money, right? And so just the support that she's given me to do whatever the hell I want to do. And I mean, like, I'm here drinking a beer at 4:00 on a Wednesday, and now I have like a podcast tonight with Brad Williams from Structured to Grow. And she's just always like, yeah, I love it. Keep doing it. Make sure you also like move the laundry along every once in a while, dude. And like do the dishes would be nice too. But just to have the support of somebody like that believes in you, supports you, tells you to keep going instead of, I mean, she doesn't tell me to keep like going on hunting trips all the time. I just kind of take that for granted. I think she just knows that it's going to happen. So she's given up trying to like talk me out of it. But I'm just so thankful. And Sean, I know with Amy, you're the same. It's like you couldn't do what we do without having just an awesome spouse. And it's like, they just have to be. They have to be. Not that we deserve anything less, but if they sucked, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. There's a hunting podcast that I listen to called Working Class Bow Hunter, and I actually have the bumper sticker. I think Marty bought it for me, but they have like a tagline on their show, which is "You can't kill big bucks if your wife sucks." And so I have a bumper sticker that says that, and it's super true, right? Like, to be really good at bow hunting takes hundreds of hours every fall, and if your spouse sucks and you need to be home every second and like they don't support what you love to do, you can't go kill big bucks. You just can't. You'll get out hunting 3 times and there's no way you can invest the amount of time it would take to actually be like really good at bow hunting. I have plenty of time to go bow hunting. I just kind of suck at it. So that's why I don't kill a ton of big bucks. It's not because Marty won't let me go. It's like, I just like shooting everything. So I usually probably just shoot a doe when there's like a big buck coming right behind her. I'm like, whatever, this is the first deer I saw and I'm really hungry and it looks like just a bunch of steaks running through the woods. I just want them. But anyway, I digress. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, you can't run a great business if your spouse sucks. You just wouldn't have the freedom. You wouldn't have the support, and somebody's got to be there to deal with you when you're a weeping piece of shit banging your head against the wall, because you're going to be there if you're running a small business. We all been there. Cheers to the supporters, to the spouses and the significant others that let us do what we do. Can't do it without them. That was a lot of me rambling. Any closing thankfulness comments before we go off and part and drink our fancy cocktails inside of our house and stay away from all the drunk drivers out there?
No, I'm excited for tomorrow, starting new traditions with Angela. I'm a
sweet
4 to 5 o'clock dinner eater. She's a 12 nooner, and
you got to do the nooner, because otherwise, how are you going to eat dinner again?
Right.
Well, I do it, and it's extremely late. Like,
okay.
And now she like put it in my head, like, if you eat at noon, you can nap and then eat again. I'm like, why did I'm 41? And I'm realizing this now. Like, so I'm thankful for that new tradition tomorrow. We're gonna do 1. I think we're compromising at 1.
That's a good time.
But like all the food, all the preparations, like on top of everything she's been doing, the business and taking care of the kids, like has everything planned out for tomorrow. So I'm excited for just a day of relaxation tonight. After this, we're going to do baking crust, I think. What are we doing?
Yeah, we're baking some pies.
Baking pies tonight
cool.
and doing all this
Baking
other
bread,
stuff. So
pies and bread.
Lots of drinking, apparently.
And lots of drinking.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I'd be there for that.
Excited for like new traditions. Like, that's like the one thing I love, and I'm grateful to be able to start new ones with Angela and the kids. So
hell yeah.
Oh.
What no here we gotta do a quick round robin here before we sign off. We're over time, but I don't think there's a show starting right after ours. Turkey, how we doing this? How you doing? How you cooking it? You frying it? You baking it? You broiling it?
We're smoking.
We're brining it right after this,
and then smoking.
It.
I usually do infrared, but she wants to smoke it, and I'm all about it because I've never done it. So.
Oh really? Now, my understanding is you want to brine it for longer than that. You better do a salty ass brine. I think brined. Did I say brined? I put a D in it.
You need to brine it if you smoke it. Yes. So we're brining it overnight.
Okay. Mine's been already in the brine. I started brining mine last night. I'm a 40-hour briner.
Oh.
Put me in the 40-hour brine club. Now mine might be one salty bitch.
That sounds like a drink.
Yeah, that might be. I have had that happen
How do you keep your brine cold that long?
in the garage because I live in Minnesota.
Okay, see that's the problem I just now thought of. Yes, we have ice, but exactly when you lived in Nebraska, you just set the turkey.
Set it outside. Yeah.
Well, I've got a bigger pot that we can just line with ice and stick that little pot.
It'll.
There you go.
Going to the shop, guys.
So I'm a brine and smoker guy. I've done the deep fry a couple years.
Oh, you have.
So I don't know who made this comment, but I like it. Quote of the day: "My turkey might be one salty bitch."
Hey, you need to make that a bumper sticker.
You can't run a great business if your wife sucks.
I did never find it. I really thought I meant to order a turkey call on Amazon. There are turkeys all around here and in the backyard. I thought maybe
you gotta get a little diaphragm call, and then you can walk around with it in your mouth and nobody will know you have it in there. And then every once in a while you're just like I do that out at the bus stop because we got turkeys around the neighborhood. So I'll be like walking down the street by the bus stop with the kids, and I won't tell them I have it in, and all of a sudden I'll just rip out a couple like and then like, and especially in the spring, the toms will gobble back, and it just creates all sorts of ruckus outside. It's great.
I see you doing that in the grocery stores when I see you doing that.
I've been known. It stays in my truck, so
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great load of fun.
I've got two real quick ones that I've got to wrap up.
Hit it.
Real quick, one of our traditions we started a couple years ago is we deliver meals to the elderly on Thanksgiving Day. And you know how elderly supposedly eat really early? Well, we've got to deliver at like 10:30. So they must take like their 4:00 normal dinner. Thanksgiving, must be 11 a.m. or something like that. They even bring Thanksgiving down a little bit. So
that's when they're living their life.
Yeah.
That's when they're living their life, man.
And the very first time we did it, it was just me and my daughter, and we went, and it was hilarious. You hear this chihuahua barking in the back, and this old timer opens up the door, and we're expecting to maybe have a little conversation. Hi, and old people like to talk and tell stories. Slams the door on us. And I'm like, see there, honey, we're really doing good things for nice people.
We're out making people's days.
She's looking at me. One of the things that I'm super thankful for, and this makes life so much better, I've got really good in-laws. We're going there tomorrow. Super comfortable. I think I get along better with my mother-in-law than her kids do. So that's real cool. It's real interesting. And it's just so easy, man. It's so relaxing and easy. And I know you probably have some cool in-laws too. You've always said.
I drink the good in-laws. My father-in-law usually brings the good beer. I have the shitty beer around, and he's like, some like good beer, and then I drink his beer when he brings it.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. How are you making the turkey? What's the turkey prep that you guys got going on?
We're not, because we're going over the in-laws, but I think my brother-in-law Paul is going to be frying it this year.
Dude, I love frying it, but here's the thing. Yeah. Like, I'm just such a cheap ass, and you need like a few gallons of peanut oil, and all of a sudden your turkey's costing like
it's crazy. Yeah.
Bonk.
And then what do you do with it? You just throw it away. It's like done.
Yep. Unless you're like me and you do a lot of fish fries, then you can repurpose it. But it's just not the same, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to do, and so it ends up usually getting tossed. But it is good. It is good. I will say though, I think brining it and smoking it is better than frying it.
Have you ever done infrared?
No.
Oh wow.
Infrared gives you the same crispy like texture on the skin, but without deep frying it, and it's incredible. It's fast, so tender and juicy inside because we inject it. We'll inject it with like butter, garlic, and whatever else.
Now I feel like I'm missing this.
That sounds good.
We'll figure it out. We'll do 2 turkeys.
You just need to do 2 turkeys.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Yeah.
Stick around next year, you can see it.
You guys will be eating turkey all freaking year. You guys will be eating turkey all freaking year. All right, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much. Sean, Angela, JC, thanks, guys, for hanging out. Home Service Happy Hour listeners, thank you guys. I'll be on tonight I'll be on tonight with Brad Williams from Structured to Grow, talking about probably more Thanksgiving stuff. And he's got a cool like marketing media company. Super good dude. Excited to hang out and talk to him. I don't know if he drinks, so I'm gonna have to drink twice as many beers again, to lead into not drinking for a month. So I'll probably be falling out of my chair tonight. It'll be like the episode Ben and I did when we were in Illinois and we recorded. We were both just like smashed. It was great. It was so fun again because this is about what I like to do and not what you guys want to listen to. So sorry. Man, we were just laughing. I had to get up one time. I think I peed my pants a little. We were laughing so hard. I think actually during the live show, I got up to go pee. Like, I think I was just like, Ben, here's just you for a little bit. I gotta go pee, man.
You got it.
Yeah. Like, I think I don't remember exactly because we were half in the bag or 3/4 in the bag. That was a fun one. That might be me tonight. Brad will be sober, so we'll see. But anyway, check it out tonight. I gotta play the music so that you guys all know that the show is ending. Now you know. Now you know. You guys know what to do. Work smarter and harder. Go earn some pride. We'll see you on the Late Night Happy Hour show tonight. Happy Thanksgiving.
I have to dance so he knows the music's playing.
It's true. It's true.